All right, let's get right into it. We are standing on the edge of a massive, massive leap forward in wireless technology. And I'm not talking about a small, incremental update here. This is a change that's going to affect pretty much everything, from the headphones you're wearing right now to your entire smart home. And it's all being powered by a revolutionary new standard and one incredibly tiny, powerful new chip. So to really get a feel for how big a deal this is, let's start with something we all use every single day: wireless audio. For more than 10 years, it's been fine. It's worked, but let's be honest, it hasn't fundamentally changed. Well, that is all about to change. I mean, just think about it for a second. What if you and your friend could listen to the exact same song at the exact same time on your own separate wireless earbuds straight from one phone? Or picture this. What if an entire airport terminal could just tune in to the gate announcements on their own personal headphones? This isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. This is the future that is being unlocked as we speak. And that's really the headline here. The very foundation of how we listen to and share sound without wires is going through its biggest transformation since Bluetooth audio first became a thing. It's a huge deal. And if you want to understand the scale we're talking about, get this. Back in 2020, over 1.1 billion Bluetooth audio devices were shipped. That's in just 1 year. This new technology we're talking about is poised to make that already enormous number just explode. So the big question is, how is all of this even possible? Well, it all starts with a brand new way for our devices to speak to each other, a whole new language for wireless audio. So let's get into the tech that's making it all happen. Say hello to Bluetooth LE audio. This is the new gold standard. And for the very first time, it makes it possible to stream really high-quality audio over the super, super low-power Bluetooth LE protocol. Now, that LE stands for low energy, and believe me, that one difference, it changes absolutely everything. Okay, so let's put them head to head. How does this new LE audio stack up against the classic Bluetooth audio we've all been using for years? Well, as you can see, it's not even close. LE audio means way lower power consumption, so longer battery life. It delivers what our ears perceive as better audio quality, and it opens the door to brand new features that were impossible before. So how on earth does it do that? Well, the magic is in something called a codec. Just think of it as the clever software that shrinks your audio file down to send it wirelessly and then puffs it back up in your headphones. And as this chart makes super clear, the new LC3 codec gives you higher quality sound than the old SBC standard, all while using less than half the data. It's the very definition of doing more with less. And all that amazing efficiency unlocks some seriously cool new features. You've got Auracast audio broadcasting. That's that idea of sharing one audio stream with many people in a public space. And then you've got true wireless stereo with perfectly synchronized, separate streams for each earbud. No more clunky workarounds, just perfect, rock-solid sound. But here's the thing. A fancy new software standard is only half the story. It's completely useless without a powerful new brain to actually run it all. So let's talk about the hardware that makes this incredible leap a reality. And that brain is what we call a system on a chip, or a SoC for short. The easiest way to think about it is as an entire computer. We're talking processors, memory, radios, the whole shebang, all crammed onto a single tiny little piece of silicon. It's literally what makes all of our modern gadgets possible. And when it comes to Bluetooth LE, there's one name that's just everywhere: Nordic Semiconductor. These guys are the undisputed leaders. I mean, they ship over 1 million of these tiny brains every single day. It's safe to say they know this space better than anyone. Okay, now this is where things get really, really exciting. This table compares Nordic's previous flagship chip with their brand new powerhouse, the nRF54H20. And just look at these specs. The processing power jumps from 128 all the way to 320 megahertz. The memory on the chip is literally doubled. This isn't just an upgrade, it is a monumental leap forward in every single way. And to put that power into perspective for you, the multiple processors inside this new chip can be cranked all the way up to 320 megahertz. That is an incredible amount of processing capability, especially when it's packed into a chip that's smaller than your fingernail. It's the horsepower that makes all these new complex applications actually possible. So with all that power under the hood, you might be thinking, okay, surely it can do more than just help my earbuds, right? And you would be absolutely correct. Let's widen the lens here, because this chip was built for a whole lot more than just audio. You see, this super powerful SoC is also a master at something called Bluetooth Mesh. Now, instead of a simple one-to-one connection, Mesh allows devices to talk to each other, creating this powerful, self-healing web of communication. You can almost think of it as the central nervous system for a truly smart home. And once you have that in place, boom, the floodgates just open up. We're talking about the next generation of smart home devices that all work together seamlessly. Things like advanced wearables that can do more while using less power, super responsive sensors for industry, and even the kind of low latency communication you need for immersive VR and AR. So let's bring it all home. We've got a new, hyper-efficient audio standard, and we've got an incredibly powerful, tiny chip to run it all. What does that actually mean for our future? The big takeaway is this. This one tiny chip unlocks a whole new generation of products. We're talking about devices that are smarter, that last way, way longer on a single charge, and that can do things we've honestly only imagined until now. Think about hearing aids so small they're practically invisible, or fitness trackers that are smart enough to run AI models right there on your wrist, with battery life that lasts for weeks, not just days. You know, this quote from Nordic Semiconductor really just hits the nail on the head. This isn't about an incremental update. This technology is a foundation, a building block for creating things that were simply not possible with the hardware we had before. So it leaves us all with one final, really exciting question. When you put this much processing power, this much efficiency, and this much connectivity into the hands of innovators all around the world, what will they invent next? The possibilities truly are just beginning.